But up first, a quick look. That way you can get your makeup done in just 3 to 4 minutes. That's brought to you by pro makeup artist Kenyata Gant, who's also the owner at Pink Lips Cosmetic. Well, we gotta ask you, how'd you come up with that name?
Pink Lips came from, my nickname is Pinky. And when I started the line, I wanted to focus on lipstick, so Pink Lips.
Okay, and who do you have here with you, and what are we going to start with?
Okay, I have my model here, Cleara, and we're going to do an everyday makeup look for the working woman. So I'm going to start with some concealer, and I'm just going to spot conceal. And it's just covering up a few of her blemishes.
And this would be different for every person.
Yes, ma'am, it would be. This is the concealer that matches her skin tone. So every person, every woman would just get a concealer to match their skin tone.
And it seems like you brought a couple different colors in case you needed to do something maybe that fit her color better.
Yes, ma'am. So now I'm just going to go into a little bit of foundation, and I'm still going to just spot it a little bit to get a nice coverage. And I'm using a beauty blender to just kind of spot that in.
And why are you using a blender versus a brush?
Because it blends the foundation into the skin, and it gives that skin-like appearance. And the beauty blender is wet.
Okay, and something interesting about you as well.
Okay.
It's not just that you want her to leave your shop feeling beautiful. You also want her to be able to take that into the everyday life.
Yes, I want all of our clients to leave with a feeling of a boosted personality, a boosted self-esteem, attitude, knowing that they can conquer anything looking beautiful.
And just the way that every woman wants to walk out and feel. She wants to feel confident.
Definitely.
Okay, now what step are we on?
I am setting her face so that if she was to hug an associate or an employee, it would not transfer onto their clothing. It won't transfer into her own clothing, and it will last longer throughout the day.
Okay, and I noticed you started with her skin and her face. Is there a reason for that?
That's always just the first step to take. Focus on the skin.
Okay, I know that some people maybe have talked about starting with the eyes. Why is this a better way?
Starting with the eyes is a good way depending on the type of look that you want. However, for everyday working woman, we don't have time to do our eyeshadow.
We don't have time.
We don't have time, so it's all about convenience. So you want to start with the most, accentuated thing, which is the face, and then maybe if you have time, you can add a little eyeshadow. But there's a tip when you add eyeshadow. When you add your eyeshadow, you shake off the brush before you go to your eye so that you will not have fallout on your
There
cheek.
is nothing worse than that. You just did all your makeup, and then it's all over your face.
Exactly, that's the worst. So you tip your brush a little bit, then you go into your eyeshadow, and it's perfect.
Okay, and for this 3 to 4 minute look, what's next?
I'm going to do some eyeliner just to make her eyes pop.
And are there any tips here besides just don't poke your eye?
Don't poke your eye. It's good to pull the eyelid down.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go into some mascara, top and bottom.
And is there a difference between like black and brown? What should we use here?
We're using black here because it will accentuate her hair.
Okay.
Look up.
So that could be different for anyone.
Anyone, yes. And it just depends on like how you want your eyes to pop, how much you want them to pop. I'm going to go into a little blush, and that's going to bring color back into the skin. Smile for me.
You know what, 3 to 4 minutes, that is going to save so many people just so much time.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for wrapping this up for women, because in the mornings, it's go time.
Yes,
so
it is.
Cleara and Kenyata, thank you so much. She looks gorgeous, and it looks like she's finishing with her lip gloss, which she actually makes and sells.
Yes,
and, thank you so much for bringing this to us this morning.
I like that. You're welcome.
Bill?